Thank you very much and good morning. Good morning. I'm very happy this morning to be talking to you, and I know you guys, you are fine. Thank you very much. And today's lesson, the things I want you to learn today is, are you deciding to learn on manual vehicle transmission, or are you yearning to learn, or is it the best to learn with automatic vehicle transmission? So between the two, we have a lot of vehicle transmission. There are more than two. But the major or the majority transmissions found in Kenya is only two. Major are the two. We have manual transmission vehicle and we have automatic transmission vehicle. Now, maybe you are there, you haven't started, maybe gone for a driving school. Maybe you are there still and you haven't made a good decision, or you haven't maybe chosen the best way, or which is the best to learn on and which is the important one to learn on. Now, between the difference between a manual transmission and an automatic transmission, that's the first thing I want us to learn. Second thing, I want us to learn and we know more about their importance. What's the importance of a manual? What's the importance of an automatic? What is the cost? What is the cost when buying, when learning, and still when repairing? Those are the important things I want us to learn. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, Big Media TV. I am your instructor, Instructor David. So thank you very much and welcome. So what's the difference between a manual and an automatic transmission? Please kindly, if you have an answer, you can give me your answer via the comment segment. Make sure you've given your answer, and maybe if you have a question, you can still ask me the same as well. So what's the difference between a manual and an automatic transmission? A manual transmission has got a clutch and a gear, which you have to change them. It can't do anything until you command it. Are we together? For example, this one here. For example, this one here. This one here. These are the gears here. So you have to select them. We have gear number 1, gear number 2, gear number 3, gear number 4, gear number. So this is a gear pedal that you are going to use to change gears. Good. The same still we have clutch in this vehicle. So this one, the one I'm having right now here, it is an manual transmission vehicle. So a manual transmission vehicle has got a clutch and gears, which you have to change them manually. While an automatic transmission does not have a clutch and does not have gears that you have to change manually. It usually changes itself automatically. Therefore, that it is called automatic. You know, some guys, they don't know why an automatic vehicle is called automatic. It has got gear, it has got as well clutch, but it's to change itself automatically. Are we together? In which, how does, then question number 2, that's question number 1. Question number 1, I have answered you very clearly. The difference between a manual and an automatic transmission is that a manual transmission have got clutch as well gears. So you as a driver, you are going to change them manually. Are you together? While an automatic transmission does not have a clutch and gears that you are going to change manually. It has, which it changes itself automatically. That's the difference. In which an automatic transmission has got a physical 2 pedals, has got an accelerator, has got a brake pedal. Only those 2. In which a manual transmission vehicle has got 3 pedals. Pedal number 1 is accelerator, which is as well the gas. And number 2, we have brake. Brake, which is to function, is to 1, to slow the vehicle. Number 2, it is to stop the vehicle complete. Good. Number 3, for the manual, we have clutch pedal. A clutch pedal helps the vehicle in order to change gears. So what are the functions of a clutch? The functions of a clutch in a manual vehicle is 1, to disengage gear pedal, to disengage gears from gear pedal from the engine. Function number 2, it is to engage gears to the engine. Those are the 2 main functions of a clutch. Function number 1, to disengage gears from the engine. Function number 2, to engage gears to the engine. Those are the 3 main functions of a clutch pedal, in which we use clutch in 3 main areas. Point number 1, when do we use clutch? We know the functions are to engage and disengage gears from the engine and to engage gears to the engine. Now, what are the uses of the clutch? Uses are 3. Please, don't be fooled by any other teachers. I have taught you this, and still you can do this in a practical way. Uses of clutch are 3. Point number 1, the uses of a clutch is 1, to start a manual vehicle. The keyword to start a manual vehicle. Whenever you want to start a manual vehicle, you have to place in complete clutch. The gear pedal should be at neutral position. Then you can ignite and start the engine. Uses number 2, it is when changing gears. You have started your engine. Now, when do you use uses number 2 of the clutch? When changing the gears. You press in complete clutch. You press in complete. Then you use the gear pedal to select gear. If you're moving forward, select gear number 1. That is from the neutral. Place the gear pedal towards the left. Press the gear pedal towards the left, then move forward. That is selecting gear number 1. Then you can move forward. I'm talking about the uses of clutch. Number 1, when starting a manual vehicle. Uses number 2, it is when changing gears. And you have selected gear number 1 and you have moved forward. If you want to increase gears, you are going to press in complete clutch. From gear number 1 to gear number 2, the vehicle will increase its speed. Are we together? Good. Thank you very much for watching. Please continue watching more, and I know you are going to get something here that will be helpful to you. Uses number 3. Uses number 3, it is when stopping. When stopping for a manual vehicle, you must place in complete clutch. And if you sense that the gear pedal is not moving, or it is very hard, or it's very difficult for you to select the gear, what do? You make sure and you note that you are not pressing in clutch complete. So if you are not pressing the clutch in complete, the gear pedal will not select gears smoothly. Are we together? So in order for you to select gears smoothly, you must make sure that you have pressed in complete. You have pressed in complete the clutch pedal. That's the only way you can get help. So 3 uses of clutch: starting the vehicle, changing gear, and when stopping. Good. My students are kudos. Thank you very much for that. Now, the next step from there is, what's the difference in automatic? For the manual, when you want to increase the speed, you deal with increasing gears. But in automatic transmission, you increase the speed by pressing in accelerator. Are we together? Therefore, that brings to us the main purpose, or the main dangers of driving an automatic is this. If there's an accident in front of you, maybe you are overtaking, and the other vehicle maybe have appeared anyhow, you don't have an way that you can curb or that you can prevent that accident when you are traveling, when you are using automatic transmission vehicle. So the important thing here is, if you're moving with an automatic, please do not overspeed. Maintain to a certain speed that you can be able to regulate. Are we together? But if you are with manual, I don't mean that you have to overspeed, but still you can be able to curb or to prevent an accident. How? Because you're going to press in clutch complete, you select a lower gear if you are in a higher gear, then release the clutch, pressing the brake little bit. Then the vehicle will slow down in a faster way, more than an automatic vehicle, because in an automatic vehicle you have only brake to curb the speed. Still, with a manual, it's not a must. If the brake pad fails, if the brake fails, you can use gears to slow. You can use gears to slow. Are we together? You can use gears to slow, or maybe even to stop complete when you have a manual transmission vehicle. But whenever you have an automatic transmission vehicle, you cannot be able to stop without a brake. And if you use hard brake, that one can still be more dangerous. So this is good. If you're traveling in automatic transmission, I, as an instructor, I advise you, please maintain a certain speed. Do not over speed your vehicle in a speed you cannot be able to control. The same as with manual. Remember some things, it has to be done with an experienced driver. Take this slow. Don't be in a faster. Please, slow, be good, and curb accident and save that life. I advise you, be in a speed in both vehicles that you can be able to regulate. From there, let me be in a faster way. From there, another important is buying an automatic vehicle is very expensive. We're buying a manual vehicle. A manual vehicle, it is very cheap because so many people don't like manual transmission vehicle. Another point is, people don't like manual vehicle because this will assume it is very hard to learn in a manual vehicle than in automatic vehicle. And by the way, it is very easy to learn on automatic vehicle more than a manual vehicle. While in driving schools, or maybe the cost, the tuition fee for you to be trained, for the automatic transmission, it is very costly, while for the manual, it is very cheap. So it is good, whenever you are going for a school, select one which will be helpful for you. How are you going to be able to choose one which is the best for you? Whenever you choose to learn on automatic vehicle, after the test, the only vehicle you can be able to drive is only automatic. But for those guys who have undergone training via manual vehicle, can be able to drive a manual vehicle and automatic vehicle in an easy way. Are we together? So if you want to learn in the best way, please be patient, change your heart, change your attitude, be positive in mind. Are we together? Don't listen to other students or even maybe to some other rumors of those who have been there before. Are we together? Secondly, select a driving school which you have to have undergone for a good research about their instructors, because the attitude still of an instructor trainee can still affect you. Are we together? So check on that. Second thing I want to add on top of that is that for manual vehicle has got more lessons than automatic. Why? Because for the manual, you have to undergo some stages in learning a manual vehicle, but in an automatic vehicle, you'll be in a faster way because you're using only two pedals, that is accelerator and the brake. But for the manual, you are using three good pedals, accelerator, brake, and the clutch. Are we together? So in either way, choose the one which can be the best for you. Second, the kind of job you want to. Maybe you have your vehicle, and your vehicle, maybe it's a private vehicle, and you are very sure it's only automatic you are going to drive. Then you can go and be trained via the automatic. But remember, if you have maybe come across a manual vehicle, you cannot be able to drive. Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But for those who have learned on manual only, can be able to drive manual and automatic, because a manual is the hardest vehicle. When automatic is very easy, you can even be told, be given some points, then go and apply them, and it can be very successful on your side. So it's about you to choose. Now, let us come to the next agenda here. When it comes to damage of the vehicle, if maybe you need to do some repairs, for the manual vehicle, it is very cheap to repair, or even to buy some spare parts for the manual vehicles. But when it comes to the automatic vehicle, the repair parts, it is very costly. When it comes to engine, it is very costly. When it comes to mechanical problem, maybe something there, it is very costly. When it comes about the memory for the vehicle, it is very costly. So check. Maybe if you're well up, no problem, you can choose either of. But the best, it is manual. For those guys who want to go straight. Still, that want maybe to have an experience for all the types of vehicles. But for those guys who have a specific kind of the vehicle they have, then you can go and be trained via an automatic. But remember, after that, after the test, only the vehicle you can have an experience of is only automatic vehicle. Thank you very much. If you have a question, or maybe there's something I have left, I know there's so many things I'll be dropping now and then. This is series number 1. I'm going to bring series number 2, or season number 2. So for this one, let us make sure up to that point. Please subscribe to this channel. You meet 2,000 subscribers and watch hours in high. I'm about to reach 1 year, so I'm going to celebrate 1 good year just in October date 11. So thank you very much. Continue subscribing. For those who want to talk to me via WhatsApp, 0781 661 668. I am your instructor, David. Welcome very much and be blessed. Bye bye. Remember to subscribe. Thank you.